Hi there, welcome to the Wealth Planning Podcast with Brister Law. My name is Anthony Brister. I'm a tax attorney, wealth advisor, and I help business owners and entrepreneurs grow, create wealth, and pass that on to next generations. In this episode, we're going to be talking about something that the IRS hopes you don't know, and it's called the First-Time Penalty Abatement, and it could save you thousands if you've been hit with tax penalties personally or in your business. So whether you're a W-2 worker who missed a deadline or a busy business owner who got behind on payroll taxes, this episode could literally pay for itself in minutes. So let's get started. I'll never forget, I had a client we helped last year. Let's call him Marcus. He was a contractor with a growing business, and he had a record year in revenue, but he also missed a key tax deposit deadline and didn't file one of his 941s on time. And that mistake triggered $14,000 in penalties. He came to us overwhelmed, but once we reviewed his history, we realized this was his first offense. He had always filed on time before. He had a clean slate. So we submitted a first-time penalty abatement request, and just a few weeks later, the IRS wiped out that entire balance clean. No drama, no appeals, just knowing how to ask for what you qualify for. And that's the power of good advice and the power of understanding the system. So what exactly is the first-time penalty abatement, or FTA? FTA is the IRS's version of a hall pass. It's a one-time administrative waiver. The IRS offers it if you've been clean and compliant for the past 3 years, you've filed all of your returns, or you have a valid extensions on the files, and you've paid or made arrangements to pay the tax due. And it's available for failure to file penalties, failure to pay penalties, failure to deposit penalties for the employers. You can also get the first-time penalty abatement for business taxes or personal returns. Here's the truth though, the IRS doesn't advertise this because penalties are a big business. In 2023, the IRS collected nearly $7 billion in penalties. That's not interest, that's just punishment money and extra money, that revenue money that they're able to collect. But here's what most people forget. The IRS isn't just about enforcement, it's also about incentives. And the first-time penalty abatement is a rare moment where the code says, hey, we get it, you messed up once, but let's move on. Here are the 3 main ways to request a first-time penalty abatement. You can have a phone call the IRS directly. You want to politely ask, I'd like to request a first-time abatement based on my clean filing and payment history. You also can file Form 84-3. This is the official form, claim for refund and request for abatement. You can mail it in or fax with an explanation. Or you can use a tax pro. Your CPA, EA, or tax attorney can submit the request and advocate on your behalf. This can often speed up things, especially if you're already dealing with IRS notices. A bonus tip, even if you've already paid the penalty, you can still request a refund using this process. The first-time penalty abatement isn't just for corporations, it applies to individuals. You missed your 1040 filing deadline, or you underpaid in taxes in a tough year. If it's your first time in the last 3 years, you might be eligible. For business owners, you missed a payroll tax deposit, you're restructuring, your books were a mess, you're human. First-time penalty abatement gives you a reset. As long as your prior 3 years were clean, you've got a real shot. So listen, life happens, divorce, illness, business growth, market downturns. We've all had years where something falls through the cracks, and the first-time penalty abatement gives you grace if you know how to ask for it. So if you're dealing with the IRS penalties right now, whether it's $300 or $30,000, don't just pay it blindly. You want to check if you qualify, file the request, or let someone on your team help. You earned your money, and don't give it away when the system actually gives you a chance to keep it. Thanks for listening to Wealth Planning Podcast with Brister Law. And if today's episode helped you, pay it forward, send this to a friend or a client who's staring at a penalty letter. And if you need help with penalty removal, tax planning, or building out and structuring your next entity, we've got your back. Subscribe, leave a review, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.